Welcome back, graduates. So today I'm going to show you how to configure and set up the timeline feature on Ecomify version 3. This is on 3 and future versions of Ecomify starting at 3.0. All right, so what it's going to look like is it looks like this. When you scroll down, you're going to have a title, a subtitle option, and then a nice timeline feature like this. You can have more or you can have less depending on what you want and what you want to display for your business. To configure this, you're just going to go into your theme and you're going to go into configure, and then you're going to add the section. And if you don't see it here in the previews, you can just start typing in timeline. And what it'll look like by default is just a title and subtitle and then learn more. So within the section, you are given the settings for it for global settings. So when you touch into the section itself, on the right sidebar, depending on what your screen size is, you'll be given the settings for it. You can change the background color, and these colors are set when you go into the theme settings and colors. So primary, secondary, dark, light, body background, and body text as well. So going down into here, then you have the option for in a container or a fluid. So in a container means nice and in a container, and fluid means full width and outside of the container. Then you have the text alignment left and right, or left and center settings. And then also the heading and heading size, H1 being the biggest, H6 being the smallest. And then you have the description. It is optional. If you don't want a description, you can just leave it blank and then it'll be a blank. And then also you have options for line width and line color options and dot diameters, and then show button. So I'll show you that after. So within the timeline section, you're given blocks. I'm going to add a block here. And then I'm just going to do 3 just to show you. And then what I'm going to do is go into the timeline. At the very bottom, you're given the spacing options: padding top, padding bottom, margin top, margin bottom. Padding is a space within the element, margin is a space outside of the element. So I like to do equal space of 12 and 12, or 7 and 7, let's say. So going into here, this section can be really good for, if you especially on the About Us page. As an example, that's why we have it displayed on the About Us page. It's a great way to show, from the very beginning of your business to where you are now. Some people like this, so we wanted to give this as a feature. In the timeline block itself, you can have the options for left, right, alignment center, alignment text, and then also a shadow. So no shadow, it's just going to be like this. A shadow, very faint, and then a large, like a drop shadow. You can also choose the primary color for the border color and also the width as well. And then also we have animation, fade in. You have all these animations that you can play with, or you can choose no animation. So in 3.0, we've adjusted it where the animations are within the sections as opposed to just global. So you can have that specification and customization as well. Then we have the speed as well, faster, slow. So you'll see that go in effect when you save it. Next, you can choose an image. So we'll just choose an image here, like so. And then also we give you image orientation. So keep in consideration 16 by 9. You can do a more of a landscape, a portrait, depending on how you're saving your images as well, a square. And then we also have adapt to image. And then we have portrait, 9 by 21. And then we have the image crop options. And then here we have a nice pill, January. You can put any date you would like. And then you have the options for the sizing as well. Date, background color. You could choose what the body is based on the theme settings that you, in your color settings that you assigned. So it could be a nice pill, it can be the secondary color, and then you have the title, and then also the title size. You can do really big, really small, and then description. So here's where you kind of can put a little bit of the beginning descriptor of your business, things like that, and then also the size and a call to action. If you don't want a call to action, you can just leave it blank. So it'll be nice and blank, and then you can choose button color if you choose to have a button here. Then you can choose, you know, your secondaries, and then all these are the same except they are just an outline like this. And then button size, you have small, normal, and large. Now, when you go into this first block, for example, you're only editing this block here. The second one is going to be a blank, and then a blank canvas that you can start over and have a different image, let's say. You just can have a different image here with different animations. This can be a different no shadow. You know, the first one, you're emphasizing that it was the beginning of your business. The last, you can have different features and different settings as well. So now I'm going to go back, since I have some timeline information. I'm going to go into here, and I can do my line width, thicker. I can do my I can change my line color, and then also my dot parameters, tiny dots, bigger dots, and so forth. So that looks really nice, thinner with a bigger dot. Play around with that. Also on mobile, this will look like this, and it's a nice going down here stream on mobile, so they get to see that and the timeline feature as well. And that is how to configure the timeline feature on Ecomify. Thank you.